is vocabulary list 24, background and information. So when you meet someone, you find out about them, they find out about you, and you can exchange information. So the first sign is the sign for born, like where were you born? And it can be signed two different ways. I'm going to stand up just so you can see it all. So one way of signing born was kind of like what I showed you for birthday. That's born. Or you can sign born. So with your left hand, your non-dominant hand, you want just sort of a flat hand. And then your dominant hand will have an S hand shape going underneath. Born or born with two flat hands. Okay, so those are the two ways for born. From, you want two number one hand shapes. Your non-dominant hand will have your palm out. Your dominant hand will have your palm facing you and turn sideways, just like we did for month. Remember that? Month. But this time, you don't move down at all. You just start this way. Okay, make sure that your dominant hand is closer to you, not out here, closer to you. Okay, so you start this way, and then as you bring your dominant hand toward you, you bend it into an X hand shape. I don't know if you can even see that. X. Here we go. From. So we have born or born, and then from. Okay, grow up. So you want a flat hand. It'll be bent at your wrist a little bit because you're like touching the head of a little kid, right? So you're a little kid and then you get bigger, 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 grow up, right? So grow up. Here is two flat hands with your palms facing up, little circles in your neutral space here. There is just a point anywhere. There. It can be somewhere that you can see, or it can be, you know, I love to go to Florida. There. Live. You may see initialized with the L hand shapes. Lately, though, those English initials have been thrown out, and it's not an A hand shape. It's a thumbs up hand shape. Okay, but you want your palms facing you on your body. Okay, so you start down low and come up to your chest, like around your stomach area, and then up to your chest. Or I'm going to suggest not using the L's and just do live. Okay, so live. Where do you live? Or I live at, whatever. Okay, during or while, you want two number one hand shapes parallel to each other with your palms down. Okay, now you're going to scoop them a little bit down as you come out. During, while. And I always think of that as this thing is happening at the same time this thing is happening. One's happening during the other one, right? They're going together. One's happening while the other's happening. While. Or during. Email. Email can be signed with two different hand shapes. I see them equally. You want to C with your non-dominant hand. With your dominant hand, you can either do a 1 or just a bent flat hand. I most often see this one, but I'll show you the other one too. So you move your wrist this way. That's an email. I've seen this become kind of a, because I started signing before email. Yes, I did. So I've seen the development of this sign. So this is email, but I've also seen it become a directional sign. Hey, I'm going to email you. You can email me. Okay, so email, or you may see email. Internet. So the WhatsApp hand shape, and then your palms will face each other and go back and forth. Internet. Now, this isn't like I'm sitting at the table. This is at as a symbol in an email address. All right. So you want an A, an at has an A with a circle around it. That's what we're going to do. A circle. Okay. Ready? At. A dot or a period. I've seen signed two ways. One is as if you're holding a pencil, that closed X hand shape that we've talked about before, and then you just dot. I've also seen dot. So if you're doing, my email is abc at, go.com or .com. You would do it that way. All right, website is pretty easy because it's nothing more than www. That's the sign for website. So you take your W and you 3 times, www. Okay. Again, start in front of you and move away from your body. So if you're right-handed, you'll move to the right. If you're left-handed, you move to the left. Address. Address is similar to live, only it's smaller. Live is like you're breathing, right? You're living and breathing from your lungs, right? That's life or live, live. Address is smaller. It comes from where you live, but it's smaller and it's more of an A hand shape. Address. Address. Street, 2 flat hand shapes, thumbs up, palms facing each other out here in your neutral space. Then you just move forward. That's street. Phone is like you used to do when you're a little kid. Okay, that's phone. Phone. Cell phone is kind of a new sign, and it looks like your hand looks when you're holding your cell phone. Okay, so got my phone. That's the sign, cell phone. Video phone, which is common with deaf people. Deaf people use video phones all the time, kind of like, Skype or Zoom or any of those, video platforms. So the way you sign video phone is you want 2 5 hand shapes that are really, I don't even know what to call that, squished, I guess. And then you bring one up on one side of you and one up on the other side. So I've got a video on me and whoever I'm talking to has a video on them, right? So that's a video phone. Video phone. Pager. I don't even know if anybody uses this sign anymore, but here it is. So you want a 3 hand shape, and you know how you wear pagers on your belt? Pager. So your thumb is touching your hip and you're closing. There we go. Pager. All right. New, like do you have a new email address or a new phone number? New, we learned that with New Year, remember? New. And then old, we learned when we talked about age. Old. Okay. Have, we have learned before, but in this case, I mean, it's the same sign, have, but I want to mention that it means to own or possess, but it also means to kind of like it exists. Is there a website for your company? Have? Does your company have a website? Does it exist? So have means to possess or own, but also exists. All right, that's vocabulary list 24.